Hi, I'm Ethan, Head of Chemistry here at Vuba, and today we're going to be looking at our resin versus some American competitors and seeing how they hold up in high UV climates, such as those you'd find in the Americas. This is the QUV chamber. What it will do is it will replicate a year's worth of high UV exposure, but in a matter of a few weeks here in the lab. This is what the samples look like before going in the QUV machine. This is what the samples now look like after being in the QUV for the equivalent of 1 month in Florida. So now I'm going to be putting the samples back in the QUV machine and we're going to be checking back on them in the equivalent of 6 months' time and see how they look. So it's now been an equivalent of 6 months in the QUV. We're going to take them out and have a look at both samples. As you can see in comparison, the American competitors is yellowed significantly in comparison to the Vuba Stone resin. Now this is because in the Vuba Stone resin, there's a significant amount of additive which will protect against the UV damage you'll see in America. So we'll now be putting the samples back in the QUV chamber and we'll be checking on them in the equivalent of a year's time. So the equivalent of a year is now passed in the QUV. As you can see, the Vuba Stone resin is still the same colour as when it was first laid, unlike our American competitor. After a year of high intensity UV exposure, the Vuba Stone resin also remains just as strong.